Hello, this is Mike Cardus from Organization Development by Mike Cardus. Recently, I was working with a corporate team and we were going through solution focused coaching and problem solving. And a discussion came up about the miracle question. So, those of you who don't know, the miracle question comes from a body of knowledge called solution focused. And the miracle question is used after the team or the person you're working with identifies what their best hopes are for the time together, and they frame what the challenge is. And then they also begin to frame what will be better when the challenge is decreased, or what does better look like for them. So, as you're pulling out detailed information from the team, the individuals in the team, and you're creating a coherent story or narrative about what's going on, the current environment, what they like about that, what their hopes are for the time together, and what they would like to have happen, or what better looks like in details from each team member. Then you go into what we call observation questions. A classic observation question is the miracle question. And the miracle question, as it was originally framed by Steve Shazar, is framed the following way. So you say to the team or the client, I'm going to ask you kind of a weird question now. Work with me. And you say, suppose that you leave this meeting today, or you leave here today, and you go home and you eat dinner, you do what you normally do in the evening time, you go to bed at the same time, and while you're asleep, a miracle happens. The miracle is that what you want to have happen. So the team, for example, said, we'll increase our trust with our customers, and the customers will show us higher acceptance of likelihood to take our deal. Then you say that's the miracle. But because you were asleep, you were unaware the miracle happened. You wake up tomorrow morning, you do your normal routine, you show up at work. What's the first concrete or the first thing you would notice that lets you know the miracle has happened? And you let them talk. The point behind the miracle question is not to create a miracle or not to suspend belief. It's not to even play magical utopian thoughts. It's to begin to identify in detail what differences will happen when the solution is decreased, progress is being made. There's a nice variation that I made a couple of years ago as part of my solved cards deck that is a similar vein, and I created it with a group of mechanics, airline mechanics, and I was at the client's location for 3 days, and they wanted to learn innovation tools. We did some trees tools, we did some creative problem solving tools, and we used some solution focused tools. And these mechanics were having some relatively particular technical challenges. And so we went through day 2 of going through the tools, and they were trying to solve a real mechanical problem they were having. And I wrote this question on the whiteboard for them. And the question is similar to the miracle question, yet it's a slight variation that I tend to use more with corporate teams. So they went through the mechanical challenge, or you would go with your team through what the hopes are, what they'd like to see happen, and in a detailed description of what better looks like or progress looks like. Then you would say to the group, you write a detailed analysis of your challenge and you print it out. You leave a copy on your desk today while you leave work. While you're away from work, someone finds your analysis and they fix the problem without you knowing. What would be the first concrete thing you would notice that showed you it was solved? I like this question as variation because it gives people a concept of understanding that, number one, a fresh pair of eyes that may not be theirs, hence the observation outside their silo or their spotlight of thinking, can create new ways to find things. Also, thinking about how would somebody else make progress on this, or how would somebody else solve this challenge, puts you in an interactional or a mindset where you know other people can help you in the process. So I like this version of the miracle question. It works in many different contexts. Try it out, see how it works. Again, thank you. I'm Mike Cardus from Organization Development by Mike Cardus. Together, we make progress.